A new player has just become available on the free agent market. Could we see the Denver Broncos pounce at this opportunity? The Broncos just went through their first of at least 3 games without star corner Pat Surtain. In this game against the Houston Texans, the Broncos performed pretty admirably in the secondary. Chris Abrams-Draine and Jahdae Barron split time at the outside boundary corner spot alongside Riley Moss, and both of them played pretty well. So, I'm confident that Denver's going to be able to make it through these games. But what happens if they get another injury at that position, or if they start having some inconsistencies by either Chris Abrams-Draine or Jahdae Barron? Could the Denver Broncos look to an outside opportunity? I want to go ahead and bring in this tweet here from Ian Rappaport. Chargers free agent cornerback Asante Samuel, who had a spinal fusion procedure this offseason, was fully cleared to return to the NFL by respected doctors David Okonkwo and Nick Theodore in a letter agent Trayvon Smith presented to NFL teams. Samuel becomes a top free agent and fascinating addition. I saw another report that said Samuel could begin taking free agent visits as soon as this week. Do the Denver Broncos exactly need help at corner? I don't know, you be the judge. Some people think Riley Moss isn't doing a very good job. Others, including myself, have been strong defenders of Riley Moss. But again, if Denver has another injury at this position, or if they have some inconsistencies, Samuel might not be a bad option. He's been dealing with injuries for the past 2 seasons. His last healthy season was 2023. He only played in 4 games in 2024 with a shoulder injury, and then he suffered that spine injury, and he had to have the spinal fusion surgery. PJ Locke had a similar surgery and returned, and actually has been playing pretty well in a limited role for the Denver Broncos. That's good news. That bodes well for Samuel's recovery. In that 2023 season, he had 63 total tackles, 2 interceptions, and 13 passes defended, a 75.6 PFF coverage grade, which was 24th best out of 135 qualifying corners. He was targeted 85 times, gave up 55 receptions for 737 yards, 11 pass breakups, and allowed 4 touchdowns through the air. If Asante Samuel can get back to where he was in 2023, he'd be nice depth for a team at this point in time. Or if there's some team out there that desperately needs a starting level corner, I could see Samuel getting an opportunity. So it's for that reason that I don't exactly know if Samuel's best chance to get playing time is going to be here in Denver, but his best chance to compete for a Super Bowl might be here in Denver. Obviously, he's the son of Asante Samuel Sr., never really lived up to the hype with the Chargers, had a couple of good seasons, but the injury bug kind of bit him, and some inconsistencies with his play. But, again, if Samuel can get back to that 2023 form, whatever team gets him might have something. And the Broncos, I know that they're interested in bringing in sort of these football rehabilitation players, give them a year to get themselves back, and then either let them go out and find another opportunity and net a comp pick in return, or possibly they could keep them here in Denver. I think about Zach Wilson as a very recent example of this. Could Asante Samuel do the same thing and attend Sean Payton's football rehab clinic for a year? I don't know. It's definitely possible. Asante Samuel does have some connections. Joe Lombardi was the Chargers' offensive coordinator. They weren't on the same side of the ball, but they were in the same building together when Asante Samuel was there. So at least there's somebody here in this building that knows how Samuel conducts himself, how he goes about his business. And he's the son of a pro, so I would imagine he goes about his business in the right way. I'd like to hope that dad passed all of that knowledge down to his son. So I wouldn't necessarily be worried about that, but it's going to be all about how the medicals check out. Whatever team that does sign him or even brings him in for a tryout, they're going to be going through all of the medical testing, all of the scans, everything that you could possibly imagine. I know that NFL medical teams are very weary when it comes to this kind of stuff, and when you hear a spinal fusion surgery, obviously it can get a little bit concerning. There's a little bit of that gray area there. are you one hit away from not playing football again? But if these two respected doctors have cleared him, I would imagine that that's not going to be a big issue. And again, like we talked about with PJ Locke, he had a pretty similar surgery, and he was able to bounce back from that. So at the end of the day, I'm not too concerned about that. But I do want to at least bring him in and make sure that his medicals are 100% clean before I were to sign him to a deal. So it's kind of a unique circumstance being available at this point in the season, but he's finally got that medical clearance. We'll see if the Denver Broncos want to bring Asante Samuel Jr. in for a visit. I don't know what their thought process is here. We've got just 24 hours, less than 24 hours actually, until the NFL trade deadline. So keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on this channel because the Broncos could be making a move in terms of a trade. But in terms of a free agent signing, Asante Samuel Jr. is a guy to at least keep an eye on. Alright, Broncos country, let me know in the comment section below, would you be interested in signing Asante Samuel Jr.? Do you think that he would make sense for this team? Drop those comments down below, guys. I would love to hear your thoughts, as always. Be sure to leave a like on this video as well as subscribe and ring the bell so these videos appear in your notification feed. I would really appreciate it, guys. Those are both free and easy ways to show your support. It helps tell YouTube's algorithm to push us out, and it helps us get seen by more and more members of Broncos country just like you and me. Additionally, if you guys want to go above and beyond in supporting the channel, please consider becoming a channel member today. I would really appreciate it. It's not mandatory whatsoever, but if you guys want some extra perks and incentives in exchange for helping me out and helping this channel grow, I would really appreciate it. The link is in the description below. Alright guys, and until next time, I'm your host Gage Madrid, saying peace out.